Hello everyone, let me see if I can turn this off. Yeah! Hi everyone, welcome to another live plan with me. If you can hear me okay on the live stream, let me know. And if you are on the replay, let me know that you're here in the comments below. We're going to be planning out the week of April 4th through the 10th in my Makselife vertical undated planner. And yeah, I'm using a Cricut Paper Co. kit from their advent calendar this past year, which when I bought it, I'll be real, I thought I was going to be using the Flourish Planner this year, the horizontal one. That was what I thought when I ordered this. This was way back when I was testing those planners out. And now I'm using a vertical planner, so we're going to just see if I can make this work. I hope everything fits. If everything is too big, I guess we will find out, right? All right. Good. You guys can see me. Wonderful. Good to see you all in the chat. It's nice to see you. Last week, I used the Fern Creek stickers and everything has been going. Oh, I can check that off. I did that already. Everything. That's my blue pen. Where's my black pen? Here we go. I did those two things already. So yay. And we're going to have Costco mac and cheese for dinner tonight because I had a phone call come up and will not be able to make dinner. Anyway, that was my week. Then we got my month. Video's already not up on the channel, so spoiler alert. And then that'll go up this week. Yeah, so let's just get started. I'm curious to see how these are going to fit though. Am I going to hate my life? No, they're wide enough. Okay, sweet. That was what I was mostly worried about. Like, I can handle most of the things, but if the boxes weren't going to fit, then I was going to be very sad. So, all right. Let's see here. One of the things I love about their stuff, though, is that they did offer, there's a lot of, like, washies and various items here. So that is handy. I'm going to have to grab my little knife to cut this, though, because it's just a skosh. It's perfect width to go to the edge, but that's not what I want. So, anyway. I like these colors, too, Monica. All the colors. So the colors from this kit were really pretty. There were these ones, and then there were these, like, lavender and blue ones, and I got those saved. And then they had, like, some hollow foils. It's a really great kit for, not sponsored. Anyway, I love them. They're Cricut Paper Co., Erica and Cody. They are awesome. But no, they're really great. And the stuff in their advent calendar was not Christmas related, which is great because if you're opening a kit during the holiday season, and then it's holiday related, like at that point you already have everything that you were going to use for the holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate. So it seems silly to do like a holiday box that's holiday themed. You can save it for the next year, right? Like, where the fuck are my tweezers? There they are. Found my tweezers. My monthly is not up already, Jessica. It's going up on Thursday this week. And I have to edit Tuesday's video still, where I'm going over. I promised. Some of you were very interested in me doing like a work planner update, and that is also going up this week, although I will add that there will be a change made, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, so the colors are lovely. There was easily about a month's worth of stickers, like sticker kits, at least a month, like a month plus worth of stickers and washi tape, as well as some other fun stuff. So it is definitely a kit that is usable. Do you know what I mean? Like definitely an advent calendar that is full of usable stuff that you can use throughout the year. I'm actually saving the purple and pink colors. You think I'd save these ones for the summer because they tend to have like a more summery vibe, but this is just the colors I really wanted to use right now. The other ones I'm going to save for the summer. So just giving you the heads up when it comes time to start shopping for an advent, or if you're going to do anything like that, then yeah, you should check theirs out. They usually go on sale in the early fall. I want to say September. I think I got it on their second run of the stuff. But like I said, I ordered they do a horizontal and a vertical kit. I cannot line this up. They do a horizontal and a vertical kit, and I got the horizontal, and then now I'm using the vertical, so there is that. Therein lies the danger of ordering that early. Ooh, hi, Jennifer. Sonia, I feel you. We went to get my car detailed yesterday, and on the way back, Jesse followed me with Layla. And on the way back to our house, after we dropped my car off, Layla puked in his backseat. My car getting detailed, his car got puked in. D, this craft knife is Fiskars. I got it from Michael's because I needed something with more of a handle to it. Jessica, any vlogs coming up? I'm hoping to film one next week to come out in a couple weeks. Yeah. So there's that. I haven't decided what I'm going to film though. Like I want to film it on like something where there's going to be something interesting happening, but I just don't know what's interesting coming up. I mean, I guess I could film Friday when I'm getting an ultrasound, but that would just be me getting an ultrasound and then probably being in bed all day. I was just talking to my patrons about this. Like I'm going to get ultrasounded specifically to look at where my worst pain is to see if there's the possibility of aspirating any cysts that are like bubbling over. And the, I'm going to use do I want to use the greens or do I want to use the orange and the yellow? Maybe I'll use the yellow and the green. That'll work. No, these are super skinny. Holy shit. I can use the whole color then. I'm going to use the yellow. Anyway, so I'm getting my ultrasound, but I have to pinpoint for them where the worst pain is so that they can go take a look. And normally when I get my kidneys ultrasounded, I am in pain for a good couple hours afterwards because they're pressing down right where it hurts. But in this case, because I'm going to be pointing out specifically where the worst pain is, I'm anticipating being in a world of hurt on Friday. So I'm just going to take Friday off, which could be fun unless I'm in bed all day. So I don't know. How many kits do I have? Like right now in stock? I don't know. Several. I've got, well, it's because I'm not planning on ordering any more anytime in the near future. I have a handful of Chrissy-Ann Designs kits that I ordered when she had the collections that went with the 2021 Celebrations collection on sale. And so I ordered some of those. I've got what's left of my Cricut Paper Co. Advent, so I think at least 2 or 3 more kits left from that. I have a handful of Fern Creek Stickers kits because of when she did her like vault sale, and since she was planning on changing her shop because she had to downsize her shop, I wanted to just be in a place where I had some stuff from her, but I'm not like super going overboard. And then I've got a handful of Monarch plans, the little things to go on the weekly reflections, which I should have grabbed one for this week, but maybe I can create one using this kit. Maybe that's what I'll do. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just blocking. I'm not doing anything different this week when it comes to my planner because right now the challenge is to see if I can get the horizontal stuff to work, not to redo my whole situation. Nice, Mallory. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You're working on your quarterly reflections for HB90, cutting back on some goals for the next quarter, Katie. I totally get that. Spoiler alert for Thursday's video, one of my goals, for personal goals, I am completely dropping for April, at least, because I need to focus on some other things. And then for work, that video, if I get it edited in time, is supposed to go up on Tuesday. a big piece of my quarter is going to be getting to the point where I can actually take 2 full days off every week. So set Fridays and Saturdays. Currently, that is not the case. And I'm working 6 days a week right now. And ideally, it's supposed to be half days on Fridays and Sundays, but it hasn't been working out that way. And so I think my life might be a little easier if I can take 2 full days off. So I have 1 day for adulting and 1 day to actually rest. Because right now what's happening is that I have to cram so much adulting into Saturdays, and then I also need to rest. And like, there have been Saturdays recently. Is that crooked? I can't tell if that's crooked or not. I don't think it's crooked. I've been sleeping until like noon or even 1 on Saturdays and on Sundays. And it's throwing off my shit. Especially because on Sundays I need to get work done as well. And like, I'm allocated work time. And so if I sleep in until 1, I'm basically like rushing through work on Sundays, and there's no time for anything. So and my kidney, I've been having rough kidney weeks the last like month. And so things have just been hard for me lately. And so I need to make a change. And I think the change I'm going to try is taking Fridays off, but I can't quite do that yet. Just the way I can't line these up. Just the way my workflow is currently, taking Fridays off is not going to work. And so I need to make it a goal to pursue that. It's funny. I was telling Jesse, I work for myself, and I should be able, in theory, to work when I choose. Isn't that one of the benefits of working for yourself? But both, when you're freelance, you have deadlines. So there are times, and there will be times, even if I start taking Fridays off, where I have to work on Fridays because I'm under a deadline. And that's upside down. Motherfucker. But there have been times where I've been under deadlines where I have not only worked 7 days, but I've also worked until the wee hours, and that'll still happen. But as I've gotten sicker and sicker, those sorts of days can't happen anywhere near as often because I just don't have it in me anymore. And part of the reason I work for myself, I was never somebody who wanted to be an entrepreneur. I was never somebody who wanted to work for myself and be my own boss and live the dream and blah, blah, blah. That's never been my vibe. But being chronically ill and working my whole life in grocery stores, if I worked in a civilized business person office job, it might have been easier for me to keep working in the job that I was in, because then, I wasn't having to do physical labor. But I worked, even as a sign artist, you still have to do physical labor at Trader Joe's. And I worked in grocery stores for 20 fucking years. That's what I knew how to do as a professional job. So working for myself was just going to be so hard. And working for myself was going to be the solution in some ways to making sure that I was able to take the time when I needed to. But on the same note, that means it's all on me to be able to bring in my own paycheck. So anyway, the point being is that I need to take 2 days off. That's just the way it's going to have to work out. And so my goal over the next quarter is going to be to figure out, to be more efficient with how I use my time, to be better at how I plan my weeks out, which is why I'm making one of the changes I'm making to my planner system and everything else in order to take Fridays off. And I don't anticipate taking all of the Fridays off in April or May. But my hope is by the time I get to June, my goal is to be at a point where in June I'm taking every Friday off. I've gotten to that place. Okay, scrolling back up. Any news from my kidney doctor? No, not yet. I will, but when hopefully after my ultrasound. But currently, my kidney function is hovering at the same place it's been, which is good. It's waiting for the other shoe to drop, though. I'm okay, my kidney function hasn't dropped in the last few months of blood work, or several months of blood work. So yay. But at the same time, what's going to happen? Oh shit. So that's where we're at, people. But the biggest news is just going in to get this ultrasound to see. I was really worried about the possibility of getting a cyst aspirated, even though from everything I understand, it could totally help with the pain. What it might do though is cause infection, and they come back. But my doctor said that they have people who that's what they do. That's what their job is. So they have a lot of success at doing it without causing infection. And that the relief could be worth the risk. So I have to go in and have them look specifically at where the worst spots are. All right, another question here. Do I remember how much it was? Oh no, they're talking about something else. Okay. Self-care is the correct care. I agree. Will I be buying the new Zebra mild liner set? Yeah, Krabby, I got a set at Go Wild at the table I was seeing at. So it's already popped up. The most recent vlog I put up has the swatches and my thoughts on it of the new mild liner neutrals. They're beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful. Jennifer asks, as someone who works for yourself, is it feasible to not work weekends? I just started working for myself and wonder if I'll be able to not work weekends. My suggestion is going to be that, that's crooked. My suggestion is that, yes, depending on what industry you're in and what things you're doing, but that it's likely not going to be possible at first, and it may never be possible. I mean, part of the reason I work on Sundays is because I do my streaming on Sundays. It's just the best day for me to stream in terms of the thing. I plan my week on Sundays, so streaming a plan with me makes sense. Having the hangout with my patrons be before that makes sense, and I've noticed that time seems to be one of the better times for the majority of people. So that probably won't change anytime in the near future. But I will also say that I have been doing this I've been working for myself for almost 6.5 years now. And this is the first time that this is the first time really that I feel maybe confidence is not the right word. This is the first time that I feel hopeful that I will be able to get to a place where I will regularly have Fridays and Saturdays off. So take that for what you will. It's taken me this long to get to this point. Des says that I think the full box is horizontal, is the same width, just shorter in height. Everything else should be the same. Sweet. I think the only thing really that's super not proportionate is the weekend sticker, or not proportionate, but maybe I could just do this. Put it down the middle here. Except I can do it here because I'm taking Friday off. Yeah. That looks kind of neat, actually. I wasn't expecting that to look as cool as it does. Emery says, because my depression has been really bad, I go between sleeping only 3 hours to sleeping 12 hours. Emery, my kid who's struggling with depression, same exact pattern right now. Devin's taking the first week working from home. You plan to take Thursdays off for adulting and social and half days on Sundays. Dude, so one of the things, Jesse and I were actually talking about this because Jess also worked at Trader Joe's with me for several years. And when he started working at his current company, and he was working like a not like Monday through Friday job, although he does work on the weekends somewhat often. He told me that it was really hard to adjust to not having weekdays off, because weekdays off are fabulous for adulting, which is part of the reason I want to go in for Fridays and Saturdays rather than changing things up so I have Saturdays and Sundays off. Because honestly, having a weekday off, I could change. Right now my nail appointment's on Tuesday, but I'm going to hope when I reschedule it to schedule it for a Friday. Being able to schedule things on Fridays, and I won't be able to do that with a lot of my doctor's appointments, but yeah, that just, it's easier. Having an adult, like a weekday off, is so helpful, and one of the benefits of working something like retail. All right, I'm scrolling back up to look at more comments. Jessica said, work-life balance sucks. Jennifer says, I found self-employed equals no actual life. Yes, I don't have it with me, but one of my favorite tote bags that I have is from Adam J.K. I reviewed his planner, and I actually have a gigantic print of one of his on my wall. I'm putting my gallery wall together down here. I'll have to talk. Maybe that's what I could show in a vlog, because I still have to finish that. But I'm not even doing my my gallery wall of fuckery flowers upstairs. I'm doing one in my office because I'm a fucking procrastinator. Anyway, I'm gonna put my weather in while I'm rambling, because I do have to go to Costco after I'm done with this stream. Fucking pray for me on a Sunday evening. But yeah, one of his quotes is something like, work for yourself and you'll never work a day in your life, except he crosses out never work a day in your life and puts like work all the time and have no boundaries and be constantly questioning and blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, you get it, my guy. You get it. Where's the weather? There's the weather. Ooh. All right. See where we at now. Katie says, the hardest part of working for myself is feeling overloaded with everything I want and need to get done, plus having the day job on top of it. Yeah, I was there too, man. And then you do it for yourself full time, and the same thing happens, except now suddenly it's like commitments you have to make to other people when you work for yourself. Like if you're doing freelance work, especially, and I do a lot of freelance work, you know, you're still working for somebody. You're just doing it. You're under deadlines. You're not necessarily under like a 9-to-5 schedule. Yeah, Jerry says work for yourself and you may work all the time if you're not careful. You got to be vigilant, man. And I will be real, and I've said this before. I am an excellent employee, but I am a shitty boss. Man, so we're having some of Jesse's coworkers over for a barbecue on Wednesday. And here's the forecast: 48 degrees, 29 degrees. So we may be eating inside. Hi, Shannon. Aaron, I am so sorry that you're going through that right now. So sorry. We were just there, and I know how awful that is. Yeah, Jennifer, one of the things that I have found with working for yourself, especially doing like freelance work, one of the things that I have found is really, really annoying is maybe not the right word, but really like frustrating is, especially when you start doing it full time for yourself, is figuring out what projects to say yes to and which projects to say no to, especially when like you know that being a freelancer means feast or famine a lot of the times, right? There are times when you have a shit ton of work coming in and you're like, I don't even know how I'm going to be able to juggle all of this. I've got so much work. And then there's other times when it feels like everything's dried up. And there's like a cycle of that, at least for me, with art freelance work and graphic design freelance work. And so you feel like you have to take everything, both because you want to keep the snowball rolling, because you want to make sure to sock away money for the dry times, because you know that these projects could be great for your resume. And it's hard to pick, is this going to work for me with my my life? Do you know what I mean? So I am actually putting my meals in here, and they are somewhat in order of when I hope to have them. Like barbecue on Wednesday because we know we're having a barbecue, and dinner salads tomorrow because we have some chicken we need to use up, right? And out on Tuesday because I have a parent meeting that night, and Jesse's probably going to be working late, and so it'll just be easier to bring something home from the parent meeting. But those three, the rest of this, except for maybe Saturday where it's supposed to be beautiful, allegedly. The rest of this is just sort of whenever. And I will write what we actually have for dinner up here. Chicken Alfredo, ziti, and pot roast. And all three of these, the Alfredo, the ziti, and the pot roast, are all Instant Pot recipes because I just have this feeling just from looking at my schedule how fucking all over the place this week is going to be. Oh, I have new habits to write in. That's the other thing. If you did watch this is a spoiler alert because my monthly goals are going up this week, but these are going to be the habits, at least so far, that I'm focusing on for April. So 100 ounces of water, fucking blood pressure, because we're still adjusting my meds aside from everything else. I just got a text message. Is this important? No. I still have all the Nixle alerts from Napa from when we had the fires. I need to turn those off. Walk Layla. And I'll talk about that in a second because actually Jess and I got some shit figured out with Layla. Run the Roomba. Peloton. 8K steps. And 10:30 bedtime. All right, there's my habits. All right, where are we at in the comments? Do they do this general anesthesia? I don't know, Emma. I have not had that deep of a conversation yet. First, we want to figure out. I'm guessing they don't, but we'll figure that out if we decide that there's one that is a good candidate for it. He knows that there is a big one, at least 6 inches in diameter, on my liver. I have a bunch of cysts on my liver that happens with PKD. Hasn't impacted my liver function. My liver's functioning just fine, but there are a bunch of cysts on it, and one of the big ones on my liver is right under my right ribs, which is probably one of the worst ones for me. D asks, do the cysts ever rupture on their own like an ovarian cyst? They have. Usually when they rupture, for me, it's because I have bent wrong or like put some kind of pressure on them to rupture them. I've only had one rupture without me doing anything I could point out, I think once. What does Jess think about the possible aspirations? He's just like I am. He's a little trepidatious about the potential of infection, but he also recognizes how helpful that could be for me if it worked, if it was like a good idea. So I'm going to take these. One of the things I love about Cricut Paper Co. is they offer 7 to-do lists, and I'm going to just put those in since I've been making my to-do list in this bottom section anyway, and maybe I'll change that up as time goes on, but today is not that day. So I think I'm going to slap these guys down and just create kind of my to-do list region because I think that'll look fucking sexy. Do they put you under? I hope to assist. No, I have not had it done before either. I don't know what it would feel like. I know that bursting assist sucks my ass, but I imagine if you're aspirating it, at least then you don't pee blood afterwards for a week. So that's nice. I'm hoping. The first time it happened, oh my God. So when a cyst ruptures on your kidneys, it doesn't always mean you pee blood, but you very likely will pee blood for at least that day. The first time it happened, I legit thought I was dying and was like, what the fuck? Because I'd had the terrible pain, and then my pee was like bloody, like bright red. And I called my sister and I'm like, holy shit, I think I'm dying. And then she was like, no, just call your doctor. You burst a cyst. It sucks, but it's going to happen. Just don't worry. Talked me down. One of the benefits, I've said before, and I'll say again, I don't love that my sister is sick. I don't love that my grandma is sick. There is, however, one of the benefits, I guess, one of the silver linings to having a genetic disease is that often you have a built-in group of people in your family who've also been through it. So you have people to commiserate with. Teresa, my nibbling has ovarian cysts and has a really massive one. And when they were visiting in, November, they were just having such a hard time. It hadn't even burst. It was just the pain from the size of it was really fucking them up. I felt so bad. And at the same time, I was like, yeah, at least you're with the right group of people to understand cyst pain. Thanks, you guys, for all of the well wishes. I'm really behind in the comments, so I'm like a good chunk of the way behind. Scrolling through. Sandy asks, what planners did I like before now? Like pre-Makselife? Well, for the longest time, I used an Erin Condren, and I've bounced. I've used the Erin Condren hourly. I've used the Erin Condren weekly, Erin Condren hourly. I've used the Erin Condren horizontal, and I've used the Erin Condren vertical. I also used and enjoyed the Inkwell Press Planner. Not when it was on the wire O binding, not now with like the inserts. I used that for almost a year. The Mom Agenda was another one I've used that I've really liked. Love my bullet journal. What else? There's been a lot. I've reviewed so many that I've liked that just haven't been for me. Like the Flourish Planner by Bonnie Christine. If you like horizontal planners, that one is gorgeous and I really, really like it. What else? I don't even know. The Hemlock and Oak is fucking sexy. If you want something that's like a cross between a bullet journal and a planner, Hemlock and Oak is chef's kiss. It's bound though. I'm not a big fan of bound planners, like book bound. Looks like a barrier protecting the weekend. Janet, I love that. You weaned off your Spikes, weaned off their antidepressant, your hot mess, and so, yeah, dude. How long? Okay. Spikes, how long have you been off it too? Like, so my kid actually got kind of off schedule with their meds for a couple of weeks and had to kind of reacclimate. Thankfully, the nausea didn't last very long, but yeah, it's a rough ride. From what I understand, ever since I've gone on to antidepressants, I have not weaned off of them, and I have no plans to. Yeah, Emery, you've got a lot going on just with your health. Margaret asks, where'd you find your beginner Peloton program when you got your bike? My Peloton was delivered yesterday. Ooh, it's in what they call programs. There is one, it's called something like beginner Peloton or like cycle beginner, something like that. There is a cycling beginner program in the programs section. That's the one I did. Have I looked at doing a productivity tracker in my bullet journal? It's helping me balance my health and self-care and home stuff. No. I mean, yes, I've done that in the past. I have a spreadsheet I'm going to be using this month for that sort of thing, basically, to kind of get my shit more efficiently organized so that I can take the time off. Olivia has some good advice here about raising prices to help compensate for having to take more time off for being chronic fatigued. What is ziti? It's pasta with like cheese and shit. The one I'm doing is like a meatless ziti. How did the group that came into clean go? It went great. It went really well. They're back this week for like a regular cleaning. Okay, Monday. I really got to get this week planned because I got to take off in 20 minutes. Can I link the pen? Sure. You can get these ones at Target, though. If you're talking about this pen, Energel RTX, they actually have these at Target, which is one of the nice parts about them. But I will. Not planner question. What kind of manicure do you get? Gel. So it's the hard gel. And I'm getting it done this week because the growth is quite growy. Plus this one is now starting to come a little loose. The blood pressure monitor, I'm pretty sure I got it from Walgreens because it says it on Walgreens. This is the one I got. And you really have to make sure to position it correctly or it's not accurate. I was double checking it with my arm one that I've got. You just got to make sure to really, when they say put it a couple inches below your wrist, they mean it. You ordered a plum paper, Emma? Cool. The paper is better than it used to be. It's still a little weird feeling, but nowhere near as weird as it used to be. Okay, so Monday, I've got a lot happening. So I've got pottery class registration at 9. I really want to take a pottery class this summer, and they do them through Parks and Rec, so they're inexpensive and they're local. But apparently they fill up very quickly. So the class registration for the summer opens up at 9. And I'm hoping for a July class because it's because they do them, or maybe a June class during the week. I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's two that I would either take a wheel throwing class or this other one that's a slab class, which is the one I'm kind of more interested in because I would love to be able to make my own watercolor palettes like this so I could have multiples of them. All right, so pottery registration. Jesse and I put together a Google Calendar that's just called Layla's Walks, and it has all of her walks right when they're supposed to happen on like repeating events. And then what we're going to do is each week just sit down and assign each of us to a walk so that we know during the workday who's responsible for what. So you're going to see a lot of Layla's walks on my planner this week because I have a bunch to do. So I have a pottery registration, Layla walk, call at 10, a call at 1. Those are all the things I have going on just on Monday in terms of stuff to do. So start putting some of these in, shall we? Shall we? These are these little sticky notes for the pottery class registration. Yeah, spikes. I found that mine, like, I was talking to RJ about how much mine helped me. My antidepressants helped me. Just talking about how intense some parts of our family life have been pretty rough this past year in terms of health and everything else. And I've managed to kind of take them with not blaseness, but like I've managed to be at least somewhat level. My reactions have been more predictable. Whereas things were so bad before I went on the antidepressants where I was like falling apart when I reacted to everything. Oh, I need to put in A and B days too. Part of me really wants to use these things and do like, I wonder if this would look really heinous. You know what? It doesn't look heinous. Let's go with this for A and B days. Let's just do it. Let's be fucking extra. Why don't we? No, I don't like that. Let me rephrase. No, you know what? I do like that. I do, but I just have to move it a little lower. There we go. Because when it was higher, it was going over the top of the washi. Ooh, hi, Monchel. Planning my life. Oh my god, that one came all fucking wonkified. Yeah, Sonia, we still haven't done our taxes. We were going to do a tax professional, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're just going to do them ourselves this next weekend. I don't want to go to a tax professional. I feel like if we're going to go to a tax professional, I want to do it like when I've had time to like, if I'm feeling this fucking kind of way about having housekeepers come into my house. Speaking of which, is that the podcast that's going live on Monday, patrons? Let me know. Was that what I sneak previewed you? Yes. There's a podcast going up tomorrow where I talk about all of my complicated feelings about having people come to clean my house. There's a lot. I've got a lot of feelings. The point being is that I wonder if my tax professional feelings are the same way. I feel like exposed. I don't know. I'm just like scrolling through the comments really quick. What color am I going to go with for this manicure? I'm thinking about just going for something kind of taupey, like, or maybe something just like something similar to my last couple of times. That's more neutral, purely just because I don't want to have to think about it. And then maybe we'll head into some spring colors, but I'm not sure. We'll see what strikes my fancy. Ooh, hi, Debbie. Passover shopping. I have not read that series, Katie. Emery, I don't put the weather in past Wednesday. I'll put it in the rest of the week on Wednesday because it changes. So, like, I do fill it all in. Yeah, exactly. The paperwork, and that's what I'm still in the middle of. Don't tell Jesse. Okay, so A, B days. I'm gonna make these cute since I've already A, B, A, B. Okay, that's a little extra. They're really big for like a very small amount of information, but whatever. It's one way to use those things. Okay, phone calls. Where was I at? How many Layla walks am I on this week? 5, right? I think I'll use these Michael Bublé ones for Layla walks. No, we'll use different color though, because I got the orange right on top. There we go. Yellow. And then a phone call. Telefono. Fuck. R. Here, we'll use these little skinnies. Right here. And then there's something else I have to do tomorrow, and I don't remember what it is, so I'll just leave space for it. Ooh, a white nail? That could be fun. Yeah, like I said, I have a podcast coming out tomorrow that has all of my thoughts. I mean, not even all of them, just the vast majority of my thoughts on how things are going, how things might potentially go. And it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so Tuesday I have a nail appointment, which we'll do a big block because it's a long appointment. It's like an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes. Oh, and video's going live. I wanted to use those Procrastiplanner stickers. That's what I'll use these little blobby things for. Where'd the blobby things go? Blobby thing. These little situations here. And then, shit. Just looking at the time. Guys, I'm like so behind today. And then we'll put this in for the nail appointment. It's not a great week to take a Friday off when I've got all this other shit that's non-work related eating into my work days, but I'm not taking my original plan was not to take this Friday off. I already know what Friday off I want to like schedule myself to take this month, but I think it's till 11:45 is the appointment. No, 11:45 a.m., not 11:45 p.m. It is not like a 12-hour plus, 13-hour plus appointment. Holy shit. And then we have Layla walk. Tuesday is a very full day, though. A very, very full day for me. And then I have a patron live at 2. And then I have a parent meeting that night at school. It's like a graduation meeting. They're very savvy with how they're doing it. I'm gonna use one of these sparkly ones. They're doing it in a very savvy way. What they're doing is they're holding this meeting, and then you time is it at though? 7? Question mark 6. They have makeup meetings, but you don't get your tickets to graduation until you've attended one of these meetings. All right. Abby asks, have your young people adjusted to the new school and made friends? Yes. I would say RJ has had an easier time of it because Kat hasn't really made friends through their choir, which, you know, one of the bonuses of doing like a music program in high school is that there's like friend groups. Not like entirely, like sometimes there can be real catty shittiness, but there's a lot of friend groups you can connect with when you do something through a music program. And then Wednesday, I have nothing going on in the morning, which is good because I'm going to need that for work time. And then I need to walk Layla. I really don't want to schedule anything else for myself this week. I'm just leaving that space on for this beginning part of the week. I'm fucking so full of random shit that I have to do. And then, so that's Layla. I'm just going to write them all at once. The cleaners are going to be here. Maybe I'll use one of these like sketchy boxes for the cleaners. The cleaners will be here on Wednesday afternoon, and then that evening we are doing the barbecue. We use this full box. Ooh, this might be a good spot for the shorter full boxes to really help out. Oh, fuck, it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit. Okay, we're picking a different... I want to use this full box now that I put it down. I really like it. So we'll take this guy off, and we will use this. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let's fill these in. Layla. You watch Bill and Ted Face the Music? Dude, that movie's so fun. Oh my God. You know, I feel like one of the reasons I love Bill and Ted so much is because even though the characters they're not the brightest light bulbs in the box, right? The movies never make fun of them, right? Like, the movies never like treat them shitty. They treat them like humans. And sometimes when you watch movies where the main characters are kind of doofy, like Dude, Where's My Car, as an example, you know, you're laughing at them. You're not laughing with them when you watch the movie. But with Bill and Ted, it felt more like you were laughing with them. Does that make sense? I love that. Also, Keanu Reeves and Alex Winters, if you ever read any of their interviews and stuff of them together, they're gems. We know Keanu Reeves is a gem. Alex Winters is also a gem. And I'm just sad that George Carlin was not around to be in this movie. All right, so Thursday, this is when my week starts to calm down a little bit. I'm walking Layla at 10 a.m. I have a phone call at 11, and then I'm also walking Layla at 1. Thursday, I'm taking both workday shifts with Layla because Friday, like I said, Jesse's going to take the full day because, you know, of my kidneys. So I actually really like using these like blobby kind of stickers for this because this is one of the reasons. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about stickering for a second as a method of dealing with my own anxiety and my own neurotic tendencies because I'm very neurotic. One of the things I find extremely helpful about stickering, and this, I guess, could also apply to color coding. This could apply to a lot of things, but with stickers, it's one of the things that I find very helpful. And that is to use stickers to visually cue yourself in, motherfucker, to use stickers as a visual cue. And I mean, yeah, that's obvious, right? But like, one of the ways I use stickers as a visual cue is not necessarily in always using the exact same sticker on every single week, because I like variety. Variety is the spice of sometimes life, depending on my mood. But when I'm in the week, I like to be able to have continuity for certain things. And so an example of that would be utilizing this little blobby line and this Procrastiplanner sticker for the 2 days I have videos going live, to remember to check my comments when the videos go live. Or because fucking kidney brain, I don't remember shit, you guys. Like, I don't remember shit. The other cue would be to use these same stickers so I know to look for my Layla walks. So they're always the same sticker on this week. So they may not be the same sticker next week, because next week I'm not going to use a Cricut paper kit. I'm going to use some other kit, right? And so it won't be the same sticker, but if within the spread, within the context of the spread, I'm using the same sticker, then that helps me visually understand what all I have happening, and help me just not be so frazzled when I look at my week, but also understand by using these stickers, okay, I already have a phone call and 2 dog walks to go on Thursday, and I know I have a lot of work to get done, so I really shouldn't schedule myself anything else on Thursday, if possible, to leave that open space for the things I need to get done. So that's why people ask me why the stickers. Well, that's part of it. It helps me organize my thoughts better when I'm looking at my day based on what I am looking at. I do really like giving myself less space for room for my to-do list, though. That's also kind of helping me out. Don't forget that Club Moxie training is at 4 p.m. I totally did forget that. So I will put that in right now. Thank you for the heads up, Heather, because then that basically fills up my day. I'm going to use this YouTube Live sticker for that, because even though it's not on YouTube, it's on Facebook. It gives me a sticker, a reason to use these stickers that are in my project stash down. For some reason, I didn't put the Club Moxie on my calendar. All right, and then Friday, I am not walking Layla at all, because I'm taking a big chunk of that day off, most likely due to the ultrasound. So I do need to grab my ass. I'm going to use one of these. We'll use a sparkly sticker for the ultrasound, because something's got to sparkle about this. I have never used Packers. That stresses me out. To grab my Chrissy Ann Designs so I can get my shitty kidney sticker. Shitty kidney sticker. We will use this green one because I feel like this will go really well. I'll put it right here for my shitty. Use a big one because I anticipate it being a big boo-boo day. Ultra sound UC 9:15 a.m. And that's all. Allegedly, I'm going to try and have lunch with RJ. Allegedly. But I just don't know if that's going to happen or not. I told him, I was like, I'll use one of these little sticky looking situations here for that. I was telling him, I was like, and this will be the only thing I put on Friday besides my ultrasound. I would love to have Euros or do Euro lunch with you, RJ, but I can't promise anything. So, question mark. 11:35 a.m. We shall see. Maybe I'll still be in like the shock phase of the pain and I'll be able to make it before I get home to lay down. The movers pack so efficiently, they packed your purse. Hi, Cheryl. Yeah, no, the idea of Packers seems like a service that's worth paying for. I just don't understand how it works. Like, do they just go into your drawers and shit? Like, what do they do? It seems so invasive. Okay, so Saturday on my list is laundry and sheets and such. And then, am I going to finally... The icons, the one drawback to the Cricut Paper Co. kits is that they are light on icons, but I am going to utilize this laundry sticker, and maybe I'll even put in one of these little like splooshes, these little colorful splooshes. Sploosh. No, it's too big. Takes up too much room. So we'll just put the laundry sticker right here. That includes my sheets. And then I also am going to need to grocery shop, so we're just going to use this one too. Laundry, groceries, and watch. We don't have any like fun plans for Saturday. We have just like relaxing plans, and I'm fine with that. So I'm going to put this watch down so I can watch some Magnificent Century, because I've been feeling so shitty that I've only managed to like watch like half an episode at a time. And Jesse's like, well, Cindy, half an episode at a time is still 45 minutes. So it's not like you're not making progress, but like, I'm going to be watching this show till I'm 85, it feels like. I'm really enjoying it. So don't get me wrong. But Magnificent Century. There we go. And then Sunday, I'm going to put in one of these check boxes for my Sunday shit. I need a sticker that's what I should do. I should order a custom sticker from Kristen that says Sunday shit and put that on my Sundays to represent all of the things I do on Sundays. Because the reason, it's the one thing where I make like a work to-do list on a day in my personal planner, and it's because they're so intertwined, right? Like this plan with me is work because I'm streaming on my YouTube channel, but it's also personal because I'm planning my week out, right? Same with doing like all my reflections and stuff. HB90, Moxie, Hangout, Stream, and Family Plan. You know, so it makes sense to put those all on there because they're like the double dipping of the chip. Okay, now I'm looking at the comments here. Movers can move your dressers with clothes in them. I did not even realize that. One artist I follow, when she moved, she had these same IKEA drawers that I have, and she just padded the drawers and then taped them shut, and then just had the movers take the drawers with stuff in them. I did not do that. I unpacked everything. You haven't moved in 43 years? I wish, dude. I wish. I hate moving. I hate it so much. Anyway, okay, so this is what my week looks like. On my list of important things to do this week, definitely, oh, fucking taxes. That's the other thing we have going on. Sorry, Magnificent Century, but you're getting moved. Anyway, I'm not going to make my to-do list right now. I'm going to make it tomorrow because my brain is just not here. TAX ES frowny face. All right, there's my week. I love how this looks. I think that this kid is adorable. It makes me look forward to it. I think a fun thing to remind, so I'll have you all those of you regulars, all my regulars, let's put a pin in this. When I use the next Cricut Paper Co. kit, the blue and the purple one, probably in June is my guess. When I use that, what I want is to use it but not reference this spread. And then I'm going to compare them to each other to see how, since they're kits I don't use very often, do I use them the exact same way or not? That'll be fun to see. For me, at least. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, I love how this came out. I'm so glad to have hung out with you. This was a very fun plan with me. I hope you all keep your fingers crossed as I head into Costco on a Sunday evening. This is not something I'm excited for, but we needed to do it, and the timing just didn't work out earlier in this weekend, and it has to get done today because obviously there isn't going to be time before the barbecue on Wednesday. So fingers crossed I survive. I'm going to be bringing home some Costco mac and cheese for dinner tonight because I just don't give a fuck. Let me know in the comments below something you have going on this week. Is there anything popping up for you this first full week of April? My biggest thing for me that I'm excited about, besides having some friends over, to be real, is hopefully getting the pottery class. So if I'm very sad in my Instagram stories on Monday morning, it's because I didn't get into the class I wanted. Anyway, let me know. For those of you who are packing or dealing with sad pet moments like Erin, or dealing with antidepressant moments or depression moments like some of you in the comments here, for any of you who have stuff going on right now that's hard for you or stressful, I hope that you get through it as okay as you can and know that I'm thinking about you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.